we'll be meeting up with some of the top dogs in the bass fishing world as they give us insight into how they set up their Garmin electronics to give them the best advantage on the water. And we'll watch them reel in some giants along the way.
There's one. Let's see what he is. Little fish right there. Right on the front hook. I like to see them getting the front hook of the bait. That tells me that they're pretty aggressive and they're really hitting all the bait. So that's a good thing. You know, what I'm fishing here is the top of submerged grass, and people really think a Livescope is a deep water tactic, but it's not. It's something I use a lot in shallow water. Now I use it a little bit differently when I'm fishing shallow water. And if you look up here right now, for example, I can see out in front of my trolling motor. What I'm really looking for more than the fish in this shallow water is the vegetation. And you can very clearly see that you know, there's about 2 feet of space between the surface and the veg. And I can pan and I can see where there is grass, and I can see like out that way there's no grass, and I can pan in more to the right and we got grass. So it helps me find those little specific underwater corners and those exact little sweet spots where those fish like to sit. Come right here, come see me. Something else Livescope really does for me when I'm fishing shallow water is I actually saw that fish and several fish around there, and I was making different types of retrieves. When I'd burn it through, I'd have a few of them react to it and they'd follow it and they wouldn't really hit it. And that told me that I needed to slow my bait down. So I'm kind of yo-yoing this lipless crankbait. I'm literally letting it tick the top of the grass and pump it up and let it fall, and pump it up and let it fall. And they're hitting it on the fall. So you need to learn to use Livescope to determine the mood of the fish, and it's going to tell you what baits you need to throw. It's going to tell you how you need to work those baits in order to trigger those strikes. Got him. Yeah, that's a nice one there. Come here, baby. Get you right here. Oh, well, I think I'm going to get you. You're slippery this morning. She got all of it. I like it when I'm hooking fish, you know, well down inside the mouth. That's a really good sign right there. What I'm doing is I'm just using Livescope to literally find the very outside weed line here, and it allows me to be real precise with my cast, and I can be very efficient. You know, when a weed line's on the surface, you can see it. You know where to cast your spinnerbait or whatever you're fishing. But when it's under the water, you know, it's died back because we're in the wintertime, it's cold weather. But I can see it and I know exactly where those outside lines are.